Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the station of decapitation without your head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Bammy wham! What's up, GoreCasters? Welcome back to the GoreCast this Sunday here with me and Giz. Just gonna put that on mute right there really quickly.
10 seconds later, man. It couldn't have been 10 seconds later. That would have been hilarious.
Would have been, dude. That ringtone has caused me so much entertainment in the last. Like every time it went off while we were doing the DayZ thing earlier, everyone was like, "Did I just say fanny whack?" Yep, sure. Fanny blam. Yep, fanny blam. Yep, that could be that too. I'll give you an entertaining clue. The word fanny isn't in it. Anyway, what's up, GoreCasters? Welcome back here. It's Sunday, which means it's myself and Giz, minus the Americans.
Yes.
For what is known as the old school edition now.
And tonight we decided to tackle a subject that personally I feel you and I would be well suited for, all things being equal.
But God help anyone that broke into my
Oh
house.
yeah, they're fragged.
Although, actually, you and I would fit in all three of these movies. Because a whole bunch of people start breaking into other people's houses in all three of these movies. And boy, oh boy, is it a bunch of whack jobs they break into. That's all I'm going to say.
Terrible ideas all around.
And one poor blind man. He's not poor, though. He's blind.
Monster.
He is a monster.
Yeah,
he is a monster.
He is. Badass.
I loved the rape logic. Where it's like, I've never forced myself on a woman in your life. Pam was on the couch, literally like, I think you find you have. I feel if you're holding the turkey baster, it's an extension of yourself. We're going to get more into that.
I'm so glad there was a female opinion thrown in there, because at the time I was just kind of like, I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think you need a female opinion to clarify that it was like,
Well,
hang on.
At the time I was kind of like, I don't think that's how that works.
That's like blaming the gun for killing someone.
Yes, when it's the moron holding it.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. You kind of occasionally drop a gun, and technically the gun is the one. Technically, because at the time you were not holding said gun, but
anything that is likely to kill by accident is not a good thing. At least you need intention and will to kill with a knife. It can happen accidentally, but 9 times out of 10, if you're killed with a knife, it's because someone wanted you dead with a knife. Not because they dropped the knife and it happened to hit a vital artery or something. That's what happened with guns all the time. I was cleaning my gun. I was looking at my gun.
yeah, it's your own fault for cleaning your gun at the business end of your gun. While loaded, evidently.
I did see a guy try to rub mace out of his eyes recently while using a gun on his finger. It was hilarious.
What?
Warehouse 13, the character Pete Latimer sometimes does foolishly stupid things. He got sprayed in the eye with mace and he just went, "How that hurt?" And someone else went, "Pete, gun." Oh, right.
Yeah, Pete, gun. That's
Anyway,
you got that right.
Shall I move into the news story segment?
Okay, yeah, cool. News bits. There's an intro.
These witty comments off screen are what keep things hilarious.
What was fucking witty? I am too tired.
I know, but it was just fucking hilarious. Okay.
It was too instantaneous a decision to be made by my very sleep-deprived brain. That's what I'm going to say.
Fine, works for me.
The fact that I scrapped this show together in the last 20 minutes says something.
Yes. It's usually me, I don't Wednesday trying to do the metal show, to be honest, but it kind of sounds that way as well. Anyway, up first, it seems Danielle Harris, is all set to star in David Ryan Keith's upcoming sequel to his 2014 hit, The Redwood Massacre, and the sequel is going to be called The Redwood Massacre Annihilation. Let's see now.
That's a good sequel title.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Mortal Kombat. Anyway,
Yeah.
in this film, a stranger.
So bad.
Oh yeah.
So
Like,
bad.
I don't even think they told the actors like half of what they were planning on doing in that film. Anyway,
Do you know what I think our issue with the first Mortal Kombat movie was? I think we had too many people that could actually do martial arts. We're going to eliminate that contingent completely out
that
of.
your problem with the first Mortal Kombat movie was the fact there was nobody that could do martial arts.
Yes, that, and then you get to the second Mortal Kombat movie, and it barred the one guy who could do it from the first movie.
Okay.
Yeah, no one else. Because I'll tell you, your man from Sex and the City's been thrown no spinning roundhouse kicks.
Oh
They're-
my God! Isn't that Dexter's dad?
Yeah, Dexter's dad
Ajax from the
slash
Warriors.
Mr. Big. No,
Jax from the Warriors.
was he Mr. Big? No, he's the foxy one. Silver fox, that's the word. I think he had grey hair in it or something.
Getting back to the story at hand, Danielle Harris is all set to star in The Redwood Massacre Annihilation, which, oh for frack's sake, in which a stranger, I'm sure that's probably someone that's probably in the comments feed. Bill, I'm looking at.
Bammy wham!
Oh, there's two of them. I am
That
a
is
popular,
Bill.
I am a popular boy tonight.
That's Bill, I guarantee you.
Anyway, in this
It's
film,
Billiam.
a stranger obsessed with the unsolved Redwood murders convinces a group of what the actual hell.
Do you want to answer that for a
I
second?
don't, to be honest, because I'm in the middle of a. It's 12:30 at night, and I'm in the middle of a show.
You answer that really quickly, and I'll do a quick. Katie McNeil, hello and welcome.
Oh.
Jer, is
Pardon
this
me?
happening or what?
My mic isn't working.
Your mic isn't working?
I don't know. I'm being told to check your mic. We've been saying it in chat. Check your mic. So is it check my mic or check his mic?
Well, we're all talking to the mic there.
Talk. 1, 2, 3. Talk. I can see I can see me coming up.
Yeah, it should be coming up. Is Giz missing for anybody else?
Or is it just Bill? Because that could be selective hearing on his part.
Yeah, because I am.
I think Pam just screamed something at us.
I can't hear you, love. I'm on a live show. Hello. I'm confused as to why the audio's down because I'm actually peaking. I have it so high. Or is it just Giz? Because they're saying your mic.
I don't know.
Yep, his mic isn't on for me. How is your mic not on?
Maybe I plugged it into the wrong port around the back.
Oh,
Hang on.
yeah.
I'll do it.
No, no. Oh God, your mic just fucked me in the ass. Talk there for a minute. You may hear a loud noise in a moment. Just headphone users, warning. So fresh, moving back.
It's okay. I'll use his mic until he fixes out what the hell is wrong with mine. It's possible that I plugged it into the wrong port, but if I plugged it into the wrong port, then why are we even seeing my levels?
My hair is too long and luscious.
My hair is gone.
Yeah, in the wrong port.
Damn it! Bill? Seriously, dude, we're on it. Can you hear me now? I can see it. I was redlining.
There we go.
Like, yeah.
Okie dokie.
Taking a pokey? Mike in a pokey. Oh, gods.
That's a cumbersome maneuver to do with Gammy and me.
Why do you think I was volunteering to do it?
I know, but I just,
I told you, 50-50 chance. If I got it wrong, then clearly it was the wrong 50.
I know, but I wasn't. Hi.
Hello. Good. Maybe people can hear me now. That means they missed out on some hilarious banter from me. Damn it!
I'm sure they could get the gist of what was going on by your facial reactions and the words coming out of my mouth.
Probably. Quite possibly.
Anyway, Danielle Harris is in a new movie about a thing that I can't remember the name of. But because it's a sequel, it has the word annihilation added onto it, which usually means it's fantastic.
Redwood Massacres.
Redwood Massacre, Annihilation. Which sounds fantastic. There was a bit of discussion about your man from Sex and the City, but that was more in relation to Mortal Kombat 2.
Getting back to the story that's actually at hand, in this film, A stranger obsessed with the unsolved Redwood murders convinced a group of bereaved family members to venture into the wilderness in the hope of
Thank you, Bill.
proving the existence of the infamous killer. Their quest for truth sees a sinister turn of events. A blood-soaked fight for survival ensues when they find that the tales told of the axe-wielding maniac are very real. So, once again...
Axe-wielding maniac, Annihilation. Danielle Harris. Good stuff.
Yeah. Apparently that's going to be coming out DVD and digital October 20th.
You neglected to mention how cool he looked.
You neglected to let me get a fucking... Well, Dak.
I was quite letting you. Then it turned out people couldn't hear you.
Alright, fine. Anyway, this is going to be coming out on DVD and digital October 20th from Uncorked Entertainment. So...
We'll have it for review.
Probably.
Most. When is it?
When's what?
Let's say October.
20th.
Next month. End of this month.
Something like that.
Probably. Or it could already be in my inbox. I don't actually know. Anyway,
Okay.
next up.
Next up, so...
It's a dinosaur. So I'm
It's
instantaneously...
a caveman on a dinosaur. You don't see that happening every day.
neglected the caveman. Yep.
In fact, you don't see that any day since, not actually
Technically,
possible.
outside of cinema, it's never really happened.
But anyway, Primal, Stories of Survival, is an animation brought to us last October by Adult Swim from the creator of Samurai Jack and Dexter's Laboratory, Jendi Tartakovsky. Dude, I can never say your name. So I'm just going to call you...
Tartakovsky.
What? Anyway, so that dude is apparently going to be bringing us even more, as it seems that 5 all-new episodes are going to be on their way this October, premiering Sunday, October the 4th, which will then be followed by an entire season of 10 episodes, which has been ordered up and is going to be, I think, going out on HBO Max. Oh no, last year's episodes are currently going on HBO Max. Primal features a caveman at the dawn of evolution, a dinosaur on the brink of extinction. Bonded by tragedy, this unlikely friendship becomes the only hope of survival in a violent, primordial world.
So lots of cavemen, lots of dinosaurs, and lots of riding them.
Great, now I've got the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs theme song stuck in my head again.
Oh, I wish I thought.
Great, now I've got Cadillacs and Dinosaurs theme song stuck in my head again. Do, do, do. Do, da, 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 do, do, do. Do, da, da,
Stop
da.
that, Mr. O'Shaughnessy.
Oh.
Okay, anyway, moving on. Next news bit.
Oh,
It's a guy in a car.
that's Zack Snyder, I think.
know Schneider.
So we have already mentioned that Zack Snyder is going to be bringing a film. Zack Snyder is going to be...
Schneider sitting and missed the fallout of when it turns out the Schneider Cut isn't good.
I don't know. But anyway, we've already reported that he's going to be doing a film for Netflix called Army of the Dead.
I'm in.
Okay. Well, it seems that it's already getting a prequel movie and anime series.
I'm in. Sorry. Zack Schneider. Good.
Okay.
Armies of Dead. Good.
The international prequel of the feature film Variety is set to have Shay Hayton on board to write it, and the animated series with Matthias, God's damn difficult German names, Schwiegerhoffel. There, the weird thing with the dots over the O.
It's called an umlaut. Schweihofer.
Okay. There's a G in there.
Yes. The G is silent.
Like in Django. D is silent.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Anyway, so Army of the Dead Las Vegas will center on Dave Bautista's character.
Schweihofer because of the fucking
I don't know.
umlaut.
Army of the Dead Las Vegas is going to center on Dave Bautista's character, which is going to have Zack Snyder apparently reporting to the episode, or directing
I have no idea, Roddy.
2 of the episodes himself.
I'll get that checked out.
Jay Olivier will be working as showrunner for Las Vegas. Let's see now. For the main movie, yeah. See, this is kind of the, considering we did Peninsula not too long ago. This is kind of a bit
picture
weird.
for this. Do you remember many months ago? I think we may have even done.
I said that at the
No,
start.
it was Dave Bautista, and he was all wearing like a flak jacket and zombies.
So when I said at the start how we reported on this a while back.
Yeah, I
you
knew
based-
that we did report on it, but it's now that I saw the Dave Bautista thing, the whole original image came
Okay.
to my head.
Well, apparently in Army of the Dead, it's weird that this is the story for it. In the main movie, it takes place in Las Vegas. A zombie plague hits Vegas, and they're able to contain the virus to the city. They build a wall out of shipping containers, then the city falls. 6 years later, one of the casino owners hires a group of zombie soldiers to go get his money in what's left of a safe in the casino. Does that sound in any way familiar to anyone else?
Yeah, sounds remarkably Korean if I was going to go
Yeah.
as far as say so. Yeah, except it's not in a casino, so that makes it different.
It's still a crap load of money in a cut-off zombie-infested city.
Yeah. But wasn't that also kind of Land of the Dead?
No,
Weren't they looking for money?
they were scavenging for.
Yeah, no,
anything
but wasn't
from
he on the
old
hunt?
world.
There was some yoke.
No, there was a load of money that was supposed to be in
Yeah.
the basement
Sorry, that was it.
of the building.
Yes.
That all the fucking
Rich
genocide-
tycoon
yeah.
sorry. But that's still what. Yeah, you're not really driving into the
Yeah, you're not.
slums. Well,
yeah.
I mean, it was all zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. But
So
this is
yeah, no, I do agree with you. There's a air of peninsula for this.
Yeah.
When was this written?
I don't know, but it's not going to be coming out into Netflix until 2021, which will be pretty sure after Peninsula hits Netflix. That was
If it hits Netflix. I don't remember Train to Busan on there.
This is what happens when I try to remember details.
I'm pretty sure Shudder watched Train to Busan on when it came out originally.
And do you know what? I'm going to look it up, but I am fairly certain the Peninsula is slated for a Netflix release.
Oh, goody. Hey, people out there, if you have Netflix, you should definitely watch that movie when it comes to it. There's currently a discussion going in the chat, which I think is a compliment. Gizes what happened when Chucky grew up, decided to be less evil but still horror at heart. Discuss.
Just because I don't act out what goes on in my head, don't for 1 second think that Chucky holds a candle to the malicious malevolence that dwells in my soul. Anyway, moving along. Where's that whole stuff about sequel? Things, come here to me. Thingy for the thingy and the... yes.
Will I move back from the news bits? And you can research that while there's the little intro.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We're going to be back in the studio in about 2 seconds. And we're back. He's still going. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like fucking, this is...
Yeah. Anyway, as we had mentioned at the tip of the show,
I was wrong. There was a shock. Sorry. Couldn't find any release information about Peninsula. I don't know why I had it in my head that it's going to Netflix.
Because it's Korean and all the Korean horror movies end up on Netflix at some stage.
Probably.
Except Train to Busan for some reason. I remember actually thinking at one stage,
Why isn't Train to Busan
I'm
on
kind
here?
of surprised that never showed up. Anyway, as we said at the tip of the show, the whole aim of the game tonight is to discuss some absolutely horrifyingly, but yet entertaining, home invasion themed horror movies.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
What happens when you break into a house and it goes horribly wrong?
Well, it turns out in 2 cases, bad shit will happen to you. Real bad shit. Really, really, really bad shit.
Pretty sure all 3 cases.
And another case where bad shit does happen, but it's kind of wrapped up in an entertaining kind of caper, and it makes it a little less, while being the most over the top one. It's so over the top that you're kind of like, this is a bit of a ride. Yeah, it's a bit of a ride. Do you know what I mean? I'm on a ride. It's like a roller coaster.
How can you think that this has the least amount of bad shit happening in it when a guy literally gets turned into chum?
That happened in the other movie. Nearly.
To feed people.
That nearly happened in Don't Breathe. He had a large angry dog that was like a hell beast.
People.
If that dog hadn't been attached to the seat belt, she would have been eaten.
I mean, people eating people, not a
Oh,
dog
yeah.
eating people. That's my point.
Well, the dog
Those
ate people
boys got
too.
turned into chum to be fed to other people.
Or the dog.
Yes, but the dog is like...
Yeah. Actually, if memory serves me correctly, the dog got his first pickings, and then it was the...
Actually, yeah, maybe, yeah, you're right.
They got what the dog couldn't eat.
Yeah,
Which was probably not a lot, because that dog was a bear, just to clarify.
No, he was a dog.
Yeah, in the same way Brian Murphy's dog is a dog, but it's a bear.
That's a Doberman? No.
I think it's an Alsatian.
Rottweiler.
Rottweiler, that's it.
There's no such dog as an Alsatian.
I'll tell you what it is. Fucking big.
Yes. Large.
It's a big fucking dog.
And thankfully
He's
very
not big,
friendly,
big
though.
fucking dog. There, I was doing a Bad Boys.
Okay.
Really small bowl. Big fucking fish.
So,
I
anyway,
digress.
first film on the chopping
First
board?
film on the list from 1980.
91.
91. 89, 91.
2 years worth of a difference.
It's got one of the Huxtable kids in it, so you know it's good.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
The guy who gets the kid. We're talking about the people under the stairs. Anyway, number one, before I get into this part of it, because I'm going to have to semi-get into plot. So, following the story of a young gentleman whose mum has medical issues and has... Look, he's got a hard life. And I don't think you should take it out on him like that.
That's what he's called.
Oh yeah, that's true. His name is Fool. Sorry.
Well, technically his name is Poindexter. Everyone calls him Fool.
Yeah, his mum's rather sick and in need of drastic medical attention, and his house is rather under sale and in drastic need of money to keep it.
Yeah, landlords are evicting him if they don't get the money paid by midnight tomorrow night.
Yeah, and Fool and his older
Sister?
friend.
Ruby's his sister.
I'm not talking about Ruby.
Oh,
I'm talking about the guy who brings him on the caper.
not his friend.
Not his friend. Well, the guy who's not his friend but knows his family and talks Fool into being a fool. See what I did there? He used to be fucking Bill Cosby's son.
Bing Rames?
Is that thing Rames?
Yes!
Is
I was
it?
wondering who the fuck you were talking
thought
about.
it was, dude, it's been so long since I've seen Ving Rhames that young. I thought it was
You thought it was your man fucking
Theo
Huxtable?
He kind of looks like Theo Huxtable. It's the hat. It's
That
Ving
is
Rhames.
motherfucking Ving Rames.
Ving Rhames. God damn, that's embarrassing.
Oh my
The minute
god.
you said Ving Rhames, I was like, oh, it is Ving Rhames. Sorry.
Now you understand why I was like, what fucking
Yeah.
Huxtable kid? I thought you were going to tell me like
I'll
that
tell you what.
Ruby was one of his daughters or something.
I'll tell you what, audience. Remember right up to the part where I said Huxtable kid. All of that other info is very correct. That Huxtable kid stuff has been now rectified. So anyway, Ving Rhames is a really nasty man who does, well,
Leroy isn't that nasty. He's just very pragmatic and doesn't mind using a kid to sneak in someplace that they can like break in.
break
and rob.
into Rob and...
Hey, if it worked for Yondu,
Yeah. Sure. So anyway, there's a rather rich family who have
bought up the fucking neighborhood.
the whole neighborhood. All of the rent that is owed to them. And all of those people that are broke and have no money is because they're pumping money to try and fix houses that they don't own because the people that own them won't fix them.
It's a deliberate act of malicious bastardery.
Yeah, so upon learning that there is what could only be described as a fuckload of gold coins up in their house, they're kind of like, why don't we do a bit of a robbing from the rich and giving to the poor? Yeah, not Robin Hood. You know, the Robin from the... Yeah, we're going to do a Robin Hood thing. Rob from the rich, give it to the poor. Except
happen
the
to be
poor will
poor.
be specifically us.
Yes.
Which isn't untrue, because we are in fact quite poor. Because, you know, as he so lovingly reminds young Fool, because you know the way, like, you're going to lose your house there really soon, and your mom's dying, and you need to go to hospital. Don't you say that. Hey, I'm not saying anything wrong, and I'm just saying,
That's the way the world is.
bucket load of gold coins can
Sort that shit.
resolve a whole... Like, the logic is not flawed. It's just the planning. It's the planning is
Now,
flawed.
to be fair, Leroy,
They planned it well.
actually, what impressed me was the fact that Leroy was willing to trust in Fool's abilities to case the house after they sent him in.
Yeah, because he's probably one of the smartest people on the block.
Frack, yeah, Leroy realizes Fool ain't no fool.
Yeah.
Spencer, his partner in crime, might be
He's
a bit
an
of an
idiot.
idiot
Yeah. Look, you don't need to worry about Spencer.
for long.
Don't get attached. Don't get too attached. Although you won't want to. He's not
Yeah.
really an
Spencer,
attachable kind of guy.
after Fool's, I can't really call it unsuccessful casing of the place, but certainly unsuccessful entry into the place, Spencer decides to give it a whack in his guise as the gas meter repairman. Unfortunately, Mrs. Robinson,
She's a
Mrs.
bit
Robson,
hot in the loins.
she's a bit hot in the brain and doesn't, like, for 1 second believe that he is in any way, shape,
Yes, but she gives across the whole hot in the loins kind of vibe.
Okay.
Sure, even Ving Rhames thought he was in fucking slipping or some meat.
Maybe I'm just too
threw him a look at
I'm
the door.
probably too familiar with the crazy look, okay?
She threw him a look at the door and you could tell by the way when he walked in the door after she threw him the look that he was like, this is the little fucking opportunity that I was looking for at the horny housewife, because now I can go do that and the lads can come in and skibbity bop that around the house for a good solid at least 7 to 8 minutes.
Wrong glint in the eye.
Wrong glint in the eye, because she was like, this
I'ma
guy looks
kill
like
you
he's
good.
up for some murdering. And I mean,
being murdered.
Getting murdered.
Getting
not
murdered.
actually being
Yeah.
part of the murdering.
Yeah. You see, Spencer goes into the house, doesn't come out. Mrs. Robson is clearly seen driving away, so Leroy gets the brilliant idea that himself and Fool are going to break in right then and there. And they do. They get in. And then they realize this place is fucking insane.
Yeah, you see, the problem with this house is that it's actually not that hard to get into. It's the getting out of it is the fucking issue.
They have a great big dog, and they've got steel-bolted everything.
Refer
and
back
there's
to my
booty
bear
traps.
comments from earlier.
Yeah, true. And there's all these secret nooks and passages, and oh, by the way, there's a kid running through them.
There's a kid running through them. And also, by the way, when you get a little bit further down the stairs, there's way more than one kid running through them.
Well, no, there's only one kid running through them. The rest of them are all locked up in the basement. Roach is the one that got away.
Yes. Who's your man from the in Matrix or something?
Sean Whalen?
Yeah, no, not Matrix. No, I'm mixing.
No, you are mixing.
No. There's a guy that looks remarkably like him that plays
He's in a
Newt.
lot of stuff.
Yeah,
He's in a lot of stuff.
he's in loads of shit.
While wandering around the house,
He plays a crazy janitor in something that's hilarious.
Probably.
I can't remember the name of it.
While wandering around the house, Fool also encounters Alice, who is
A lovely girl.
kind of doing her best not to get like
Murdered, boiled alive, and or possibly
Mommy and Daddy believe in the 3 important rules: see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. As
and
long as you
struggle
don't,
cuddles.
No, they don't really. Mommy's being careful that Daddy doesn't do that with her.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the struggle cuddles. There's the ever impending struggle cuddle that if mom decides you've annoyed her enough,
Daddy, have your fun.
It just takes one argument, and that man is no longer
Restrained.
struggling with the cuddling.
But no, then they will be struggling. But
No, he's not struggling with the cuddling.
yeah.
She will be.
anyway,
Giz dies on air.
you wish our fucking viewership would go through the roof. Anyway,
What is?
for a death on air, abso-fraggin-lutely. I'm surprised there aren't attention whores pretending to do it. Anyway, no.
No, you keep doing.
So anyway, Fool and Leroy explore the house, realize this is a terrible idea. Leroy ends up not being able to get out of the house again because it's that kind of a house. Fool, through the help of Roach and Alice, narrowly avoids the mad capillarity that is Daddy hunting for him with a goddamn shotgun.
And subsequently soon, gimp suit.
Gimp suit and a shotgun.
Kind of armored gimp suit. It looked like there was plating to it.
I think it was just studs. And
Just by design.
yeah. Fool eventually does manage to get out of the house by the skin of his teeth and manages to bring some coins with him. However...
Enough coins to sort all of his problems.
Yeah, probably.
Keep that in mind, because Fool's about to go back to the house.
Yes, because Fool gets a dose of the conscience and realizes that he can't just leave Alice. And actually, I think Roach, unfortunately, isn't around anymore.
No, Roach was there.
Was he? Was he
Yeah.
still there?
I think he may have got some buckshot in the shoulder or something. I don't think he actually...
Yeah. Anyway, Fool decides that he has to do something to help them because, like, between them, the kids in the basement, everything, the fact that these scumbags are, like, buying up the entire neighborhood. Oh, and it turns out they believe that incest is best. They're not actually a married couple, they're brother and sister. All of this culminates in Fool getting into his idea that a really cunning plan of calling the law and letting them know that there is a bit of child abuse going on in the house. Not that he expects anything to happen from it, but it is a fantastic distraction to allow him to get back into the house. Which is then once again leading to another cat and mouse game, except this time Fool's the cat, kind of, ish. He's expecting the game. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah. Not only does he know what he's doing, he's figured out these two people. We're not... They're very good at putting on a front as to who they are not, but once you see who they are, they're not overly complicated to figure out.
Yeah, they want everyone to go to hell.
Yeah.
Burn in hell.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, overall, The People Under the Stairs is just a fun, zany film with some over-the-top characters put in, some normal characters, everyday struggles,
Yeah.
who are unfortunately put into a situation where they deal with madcap, off-the-wall, fucking head-the-balls types, who like, mutilating kids and shooting people in the face and would love to basically burn down the entire neighborhood. And
I
build
really
it back up again.
liked this for the over the topness of it.
Yeah,
Like the characters are so blown out of proportion. The good guys are grounded in reality, and the bad guys are fucking super villains.
Wonko.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? They're comic book level bad.
Yeah.
And it's great.
and it's like it's interesting because apparently this entire
Like
thing,
the whole gimp suit bit, I was literally just like, well, that's happening now, and I'm kind of loving it. I won't lie to you. I don't know why.
apparently the entire film was partially inspired by a news story that Wes Craven saw in the late 1970s, in which two burglars broke into an LA household, inadvertently causing the police to discover two children who had been locked away by their parents. So, yeah, clearly you kind of saw that and went, I've had a lot of fun with the whole Freddy Krueger bit. Let's see what happens if I change the dynamic a little bit.
Well, that's always what he's done. It's kind of what Craven does. He's quite good at kind of finding current events and turning them into their worst natural conclusion.
It's
Same as Freddy Krueger. I mean, that's from a news article you read as well about people that were dying from dreams over in somewhere. I can't remember the country.
really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'd say Russia because it sounds like somewhere.
No. Not Russia. I want to say Thailand kind of direction,
All right.
give or take. But yeah, that's where you got the idea for one young Frederick Krueger.
Well, as it stands, People Under the Stairs, even though it's... How old is it? 10,
I'd say it was
19 years?
91.
Yeah, 19 years.
It is 19 years.
A little bit dated. No, it actually, to be fair, it still stands up. You can put this film on and kind of go, okay, it's set in the 90s, and that's it. Everything...
Yeah,
like,
outside some of the slang and
around
general
that.
kind of clothing of some of the people, it's not particularly
dated.
dated. No. Yeah.
The themes are still very much relevant. One of the things that got praise in the film is the fact that is Craven's kind of satirical look at gentrification, class warfare, and race capitalism. If you said racism, although to be fair, they are pretty fucking racist in that house, mommy and daddy.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Refer back to the gimp suit.
what's having a gimp suit got to do with racism?
It's the style of gimp suit. There was just southern hillbilly vibe off him.
Ah, you're just pulling a Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
And let's be fair, they were equal opportunity rapists.
Yeah, but they were racist rapists.
Were they though, or were they just assholes?
Yeah, look at all the Confederate flags in the shop.
True. Then again, Confederate flag doesn't necessarily. I'm not even getting.
Yeah,
into it.
I think once you add up, I own a gun shop. It's full of Confederate flags, and I will knock out people and rape them if they fucking bug me in the shop. All kind of rolls into that kind of very satirical person.
Not saying it's not a possibility or a probability, just saying it's not direct evidence.
Yes, that sure.
Now you see a swastika hanging in there, and fair enough.
Yeah, cool. They did. And they were just phenomenally racist in this movie.
Oh, but it's to be fair, it's actually less racist and more classist.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a question of color of skin; it's a question
True.
of.
So well done to all of you guys for being able to look over the colour of their skin and just look at them as filthy fucking peasants in general.
Actually,
opposed to being filthy fucking white and filthy fucking black peasants. Well done, you
yay!
child hoarding, daughter
Mutilating.
raping, dog feeding murder machines. Well
Incest.
done, you, for being so progressive and ahead of the times. Do you know, I was actually, I never even thought of it like that. Yes, We should put these two people up as a pinnacle of light. In the just don't do that. They're fucking assholes. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure they're no worse than some politicians that are walking around.
That's so fucking true. It's not even funny.
I'm not laughing.
Trailer, so you can get a vibe for who these fucktards are. Nope.
In every neighborhood, there is one house that adults whisper about and children cross the street to avoid. Now, Wes Craven, creator of A Nightmare on Elm Street, takes you inside.
Something's in there.
But we gotta get out of here, Leroy.
All sorts of rumors about what goes on in that house. The police never took it serious.
She's been feeding that thing between the walls again.
Very, very tense about this.
There must be another way out.
Can't get out. No one ever has.
What goes on in this house is a sin.
Your father's one sick mother, you know that? Actually, your mother's one sick mother, too.
But what goes on under the stairs is a nightmare.
It is time to clean house. Help me in there! Let's go!
Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs.
And we're back. That is the trailer for People Under the Stairs from 1991.
Yeah,
Starring not Theo Huxtable.
No, I was going to say, it's interesting because Fool goes on to be a mighty duck, Alice goes on to be the daughter of a president, and Leroy goes on to threaten...
Play lots of Warcraft.
I was going to say he goes on to
You missed the joke.
threaten Bruce Willis.
Missed the World of Warcraft.
I did.
And Leroy was trying to be Leroy Jenkins. You don't get that, do you? Okay, never. I don't know how you've had internet and not know that.
I avoid a lot of bullspit.
That's like possibly the first meme. Is Leroy Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a whole bunch of guys on a World of Warcraft campaign, and they're planning it out meticulously, bit by bit. And some dude just shows up, and they're like, okay, we're going to need you to cast this spell or whatever. He's just like, oh, fuck that. Just Leroy Jenkins just charges into the...
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't go like that.
yeah, I think I know guys. I know people like that.
Anyway, next up, we have this. If you haven't seen this, you need to see this, because it's so good.
This-
Pardon the pun.
I was going to say this is another case of something planned out so well that just one guy turned up and just... No.
Well, I haven't got to go on a murdering spree in the Dickens age. Let's fucking go. Okay, let's go. I'm so... Oh no, you broke into my house. Anything but that.
Yeah,
Anything.
when I want to say semi-professional thieves, because they've been kind of doing it for a little bit.
Professional grifters looking to advance up the ladder.
No, they're definitely thieves. They're not grifters at all.
It's more small amounts of cash.
But that's not what a grifter is.
There's some wheeling dealing involved in it.
Yeah, but a grifter literally is a con man.
Yeah, but some of it's Connie, some of it's
Basically,
skullduggery.
three friends, Roxanne, Alex, and Money, have been using Alex's father. Have been using the fact
asshole
that
and whingy. What? Roxy? What is it?
Roxy, Alex, and Money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Hot, whingy, and asshole.
Okay.
Sorry,
Anyway,
that's what I meant.
Alex's dad works for some security company, so he's been using the fact that he can basically get his hands on keys to bypass security alarms and all these other things to allow the three of them to get into homes, steal a bunch of stuff,
And leave.
Yeah, but they do it in a really good way, kind of. They wreck the place, steal a bunch of stuff, have the alarm turned off, then turn the alarm back on when they're leaving and break a window so that it looks like people have only just got there, giving them even more time to
Leave.
pay it, basically, with all their ill-gotten gains. And it's going fine. It's going fine, except for the fact that their fence is undercutting them on prices. Roxy's mad to get the hell out of the shitty life that she's living in and take her, I want to say daughter?
That was sure the vibe I got.
Yeah, and take her daughter away from the ridiculous home situation that she finds herself in.
Her mam's a stunt.
Yeah, and the newly probable stepdaddy's a
Kind of a stunt is what she is.
Yeah. So anyway, when money gets turned onto this sure thing by his fence, which is basically a house in wherein lies
Murphy, welcome to the chat. That's weird. We were talking about your dog earlier.
Yeah. Anyway, this house wherein lies a blind man who got a settlement after his daughter got killed in a car accident.
Yeah.
Seems like the ideal thing. He has to have at least 300k inside in that house. He's blind, he's on his own, there's nobody else around. It's the only house standing in this shitty, dilapidated neighborhood.
So he's just a blind guy that lives on his own. He used to be in the military, but like he's blind. It'll be fine. And I got the beep beep boop boop. I got the key.
And so he happens to have a large dog. It'll be great.
Yeah. You bring a steak. I got the beep boop 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 thing to get through the door. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You take your shoes off. You tiptoe around the place. If he walks out at any stage, everybody insert mime mode instantaneously.
It's not like, he's probably gotten used to walking around completely blind. And
No, could hear if you fucking breathe wrong, or if you fucking remotely tip off a fucking bookshelf, or if you look in his general direction. I've never seen someone hear someone looking at them.
He didn't hear anyone looking
Oh,
at him.
there's times where it's like you can see he's just able to sense the room.
I think the idea comes from the title of the movie, wherein by you don't breathe.
Yeah, you can hear the breathing.
Yeah, and I think it's like there's nobody else around for, a mile or two?
Mm-hmm.
There's no other noises.
Well, he managed to drag that poor girl up the road without anyone giving a flying fuck.
This is my point, right? Because there's absolutely zero noises, I am happy to believe that the slightest sound will be heard. Like, definitely the footfalls. I'm pretty sure he was onto them being inside in his house the moment it happened.
Possibly.
They're not... They try, but they're not the stealthiest. And like I said,
they're not.
You do get the feeling that...
Sorry, hang on. No. They tried for like 5 seconds. And then your man was like, he's out like a fucking light.
Which was
crowbar.
Stupid.
Yeah. Crank.
Yeah,
crank,
Money
clunk,
thinks that he's actually,
crank,
after getting
clunk.
the job done with this like gas bomb thingy, and Norman, the blind man, is out like a light. He's not. It all goes horribly shit side wrong. Alex tries to get out of there.
Badly.
Well, he does, and then realizes...
He gets out, and Alex has the hots for young Roxy. And he leaves because he's kind of like, this is way too much money. This is a home invasion. Did you actually bring a fucking gun?
That was the part where he was like...
Do you have any idea? Like, the whole reason they do these littler crimes and everything is to stay under a certain bracket. So if shit does go tits up and we do get arrested, we're looking at like 6 months maybe. Perfectly fine. He's like, we are looking at years here, asshole. Did you just shoot a hole in the fucking wall? I am fucking out. You shot the firearm in the house. And he's like, not only are we going to jail for 15 years, you've literally given this guy an literally
can now
a
legally
green
shoot
card
us.
to just blow our fucking brains out. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. Alex is out for a temporary amount of time, and then he gets
Funny story. Then the blind man turns up, does exactly what Alex said he was going to do, with Money's gun, which I thought was great.
Oh, there's such a good slow motion shot of his face exploding. It's nearly sexual.
At which point Alex realizes, I need to go back in and get Roxy because fuck's gone sideways.
Well, he just receives a text with money's dead, and he's like, fuck. Okay, fine. I'm not taking my shoes off again, though. You'll regret that. Oh, you'll regret that.
Will he?
I think the shoe had something to do with the creaky creak.
No.
No, it was just the way they were showing the creak.
The floorboard was definitely just a creaky floorboard.
Okay.
Because one of the things...
I thought because it was just, they made a very big point of letting it be seen that he didn't take his shoes off.
Okay. Well, maybe that was more because the shoes were the giveaway for Norman later on.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, could be.
Don't Breathe is a fantastic and tense cat and mouse game, which because of the blindness of Norman, Stephen Lang's character, makes for some very interesting visuals. Well, I mean, you have tense moments of standoffs whereby in a traditional movie it's because
nobody can see each other.
Yeah, in a traditional movie it's like, people are all hidden. In this, nobody's hidden, but because the main character, the main antagonist, Norman, is blind.
So everything's fucking pitch black.
Yeah.
There's no lights on in the house. The basement's got no lights. The fucking back hall's got no lights.
You have even before that, you have these tense moments whereby it's fully lit, but everyone is just staying stock still because the slightest noise will alert him to the fact that you're in the room while he's in the room with you.
That opening gambit you get with him and Roxy and Money in the room initially, that's when you really get to kind of get a vibe for, like, don't get me wrong. Anyone that's watched any style of this movie, once you hear, okay, it's a horror movie. 2, so he's blind, but he was in the military for quite some time, and he has
nobody seen Zatoichi?
Yeah, and he has a large sum of money, and it's 3 idiots going into his house. Well, I'm going to put money on the fact that military boys well good at using these fucking ears, and it's going to go terribly wrong for them. And lo and behold, this is what it is. Not in a disappointing manner.
Also, to be fair, you when we were talking about this earlier, you passed a comment about how he was Daredevil-like. To be fair,
to a certain degree,
I think
he wasn't doing cartwheels around the fucking place. So put it that way.
I think it's a fairly realistic depiction. Like I said, bear in mind there is no other sounds, and he is used to the fact.
That's what when I said Daredevil-like, I meant as in if Daredevil was a real life dude, this would probably be where he'd be at.
Now there are a couple of occasions where he's stumbling around trying to figure out where he's going as much as anybody else, and there is a great scene whereby Alex, Roxy, and Norman are all down in the basement, and he shuts off the lights. And they do this for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's pitch black, but
it's kind of like a black and white night vision.
Yeah, it's done really well. I thought it was done really well anyway, personally.
The makeup they did on his eyes.
Yeah. Not just the dead zombie thing, but they actually look like they're kind of cracked. Like the moisture is gone from the eyeballs almost, and they've started to dry out.
Yeah, because there was some military thing, some flashbang went off or something, wasn't it?
Do they explain it?
Yeah, I don't think it was a natural blindness.
Yeah, you can see there's scar tissue around the face. So
not in a super mutant.
No.
I can fire laser beams blindness.
No, it's more like I've gotten a flash grenade gone off
Shrapnel
in my
blew
face.
My face off.
I don't think it's ever explained, but it is implied due to the scar tissue.
I can't rightly comment.
Maybe it was and I missed it. Look, even if it was, fair enough. Even if it isn't, the scar tissue, I think,
can't 100% say, did I just draw conclusions, or I have it in my head, he definitely...
Once again, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Neither one of us can definitely say if it is verbally explained in the film, but because of the scar tissue, because of every piece of information you're given
you can
in
draw
the
your
movie,
own conclusions on it. Like, do you know what I mean?
And I think that's a very good thing. Any movie that, I'm not going to say depends on, but allows the audience to use their fucking brains to draw natural conclusions for some things is a good film in my mind, because it doesn't insult its audience's intelligence. Quite the opposite.
Now, outside of the fact that he's a highly adept murdering machine who's quite good at dealing with blindness, we won't get into it. But there's a whole other angle to this guy that when you realise what you thought was going to be his big room full of cash, when they find the cash that they're looking for in a small little safe, and then it leads to questions that's like, what's going on behind the door?
No, that's true enough, but they also know that it may be their only way out, since it leads to...
Yes. No, I mean questions as a viewer.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're kind of like, wait a minute. If the money's just in the box safe...
what the frack is that?
What's behind the door?
Not going to lie, I was full on sure that money was going down the basement because I figured that's what was down the door. You know, the chop shop. I was wrong. He was not. You feed money to the dog. Yeah, it's an interesting. There's some interesting twists in this film that make it more than it seems, and even what it seems is fucking good.
Yeah, like the literal face value movie that you're delivered with through the trailer and through the synopses you'd have read.
Yeah,
is a really good movie.
And then there's the twists in the middle of it,
and it's like
what the what?
Whoa, whoa! You are fucked up, mate.
Yeah, we're
fucked up.
We're not getting into it, but
you are fucked up.
C'est magnifique.
Yeah, we got into it a little bit at the start of the show when we were talking about the whole...
Now, what's interesting to note is that This film was directed by Fede Alvarez, who did the remake of The Evil Dead. Fede? Until I've heard it said, like actually spoken, then I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Point is, he did the remake of The Evil Dead,
which was good.
And a lot of people said was over the top with violence and supernatural stuff. So this film was a direct reaction because he wanted to do something with minimum blood, no supernatural element whatsoever, and minimum budget. He made it for $9.9 million.
Oh,
Apparently,
and boy, did he make his money back.
59.1 mil worth of net profit. Frack, yeah.
Winning.
And one of the interesting things is the reason that Stephen Lang's character is blind is because he wanted to so much go for the opposite of the supernatural. If he wanted to take away from the antagonist's repertoire, have him being at a disadvantage rather than someone overly powered. Now you have someone almost underpowered, and oh wait, no, it turns out he's still a goddamned badass.
When he at the start, when Money is kind of holding him up with the gun, and he is as much of a raging asshole as Money is. He does do the chivalrous thing, and very much.
I wasn't sure if he was going to or not.
Yeah,
but yeah,
very much takes the bullet for the girlfriend, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like by letting on he's the only one in the house, which you could tell by the look in his face as he said it. He was kind of like, this is not the sentence I want to say.
Also noteworthy, chivalry, generally speaking, has nothing to do with looking after women. It's actually a code of conduct for fighting. It's...
Yeah, well, anyway, he, yeah, you could tell as he said the line that he was kind of like, this is the sentence that winds up with you being dead. And it does. But,
fair dues for doing it, though.
Your man does this great kind of dothery, I'm a blind old man,
oh,
please
you
don't
can tell
shoot
exactly
me.
what he was
I'm
doing.
a blind old man,
oh my
please
God.
don't shoot me. I'm a blind old...
as soon as you see it, I'm just like, oh my God, I've actually seen Zatoichi do exactly this.
It was literally like, I'm a blind man, please don't hurt me. And then it was throat punch, face grab, head smash, head smash, head smash. Give me your gun. Okay. Wherever you want. Please don't kill me. Obnoxiously powerful blind man. Please don't kill me.
Anyway, Don't Breathe is just a fantastically well-made, well-told story. And
it is regretfully no longer on Netflix.
Okay.
No. Yeah, which is a shame because it was on Netflix for a while. But it is available on all good digital download retailers. So go pick it up for that. I think it's about $10 now.
Also, you might want to get on that soon because if not for the pandemic, we could already have been looking at a sequel.
Which, if you go by the ending of this, fuck, I hope he's back.
No, like really, there's actually like
no, I know there's supposed to be a sequel. I'd seen posters and everything.
Where
which
is
I
it?
was kind of like,
here we go.
Because they do the ending of it so nonchalantly, I'd nearly forgotten he'd made it out.
Apparently in January 2020, the title was announced as Don't Breathe Again. Principal photography was set to begin in April with a script co-written by Rodo Saigues and Alvarez.
Do you think it's going to be Don't Breathe Again, whole different bunch of people making the same mistake, or Don't Breathe Again, your one won't let it lie?
Well, let me put it to this way. Apparently, producer Sam Raimi commented on the sequel as saying, "It's only the greatest idea for a sequel I've ever heard," and I'm not kidding. I feel
sold. Sorry, Sam Raimi.
I feel Norman is going a hunting. I feel that would be the. I feel that would be.
Right, Murph.
Bye. But I think that's probably what will happen. So expect that sequel probably to start. Expect stuff about that sequel to start popping up next year once the world starts working again. Hopefully.
Anyway, I think that's a good branching gap for us to hit into the trailer, and then we're going to be back. Oh boy, are we going to be back where we have a new movie. New.
Yes.
Yep. Called The Owners. It's got someone from Game of Thrones in it, so it must be good.
And a former Doctor Who.
And a former Doctor. That's what I fucking know him from.
Your lips look sore. That's how you're making your cash out there?
What do you say you and I move away from Mom together? It's a promise.
You're leaving?
Yeah, as soon as I have the money.
When are you coming back?
Never.
Yo, I got our ticket out of here. Rumor is this guy is sitting on at least $300K. Boom!
That's our guy.
Wait, is he blind?
We messed up to rob a blind guy, isn't it?
Just because he's blind don't mean he's insane, bro.
Money's probably in there.
Who's there?
Stay right there.
How many of you are there?
Just me, man, all right? Just let me go, please. Okay, I swear to God. We're trapped in here.
There has to be a way out of here. He's coming.
Now you're gonna see what I see.
And we're back. Yep, that came out August 26th, 2016. Just to clarify, just in case anyone was like, I need to rush.
Well, you know what?
No, do rush. It's a
Yeah,
really good movie.
it's really
If-
good.
If you're in need of a movie to watch, rush to that one. It's really good.
I'll be honest, I've been sitting on that film for a while, and this weekend kind of gave me an excuse to watch it, and I'm glad I did. It was really good, and I'm looking forward to the sequel when it comes out.
He's been sitting on it since it came out in 2016, when I was like, hey, you really need to watch this. It's fucking awesome.
I keep forgetting things and getting distracted by other stuff. Yeah. Just there.
Oh, God. Yes, that's two very, very awesome tidbits.
Yeah, and I have to say, we were lucky because the third film is also fun. Now, perhaps not as fun as the people
But
under the
it's
stairs.
definitely not fun for the people involved.
No.
Bad time.
The next film up is 2020's The Owners, which sees Maisie Williams joining Sylvester McCoy and Rita Tushingham, among others,
It's a great name.
in a madcap film about three nobbins who decide to rob the home of an apparently affluent doctor and his aging wife. Unfortunately,
If you've ever seen the Irish TV show Young Offenders, imagine three of them, but trying to do an actual B&E.
Yeah. Now, the problem is that one of the lads, Nathan, has basically borrowed his girlfriend's car. His girlfriend being Mary, played by Maisie Williams. She's not too happy about that because she needs the car to get to work. She follows them and arrives on and instantaneously inserts herself into the circumstances by demanding her car back. But it's all right. They just need it for another 20 minutes.
By orchestration.
Unfortunately, it's just in time because Dr. Huggins, played by Sylvester McCoy, and his missus are just leaving on their dinner, so it's time to get into that house, find the safe, and get out before they get home.
Except they don't do that. They get in the house. Your man that set up the job in the first place is aware of a safe, but he doesn't know where this safe is, or if there is definitely one. He's just aware that there's been chats of a safe.
His mum cleans the place for Dr. Huggins, and his mother mentioned that there was a safe, so it's there somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
and then all of the lads have the great idea. Should we get bladders?
well, you see,
We'll smoke a couple of cigars, we'll sit down and drink some fine cognacs and figure this dude Nicky out.
yeah, Nathan is joined by Terry, who's the guy that knows about the safe.
Fucking Terry.
And Gaz, who's a rat-faced, slick-haired scum sucker if ever I saw one.
I feel quite confident in going, Terry, you silly fat bastard.
True. Gaz, being the, budding psychopath that he is,
Yeah,
decides
he's got a rat's tail and he's got a attitude towards life in general.
it's a rat's dread.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It suited him because he looks like a fucking rat.
Yeah, since they can't break into the safe by force of arms, because they try, they figure the best thing they can do is wait for the doctor and his missus to come home and then scare the combination out of them.
Yes, because that always works out oh so well.
At this stage, Mary's in the house wondering why the fudge they're still outside the house and why the fudge she hasn't got a keys to her car and getting all distracted by Nathan and all the rest of it. And before she knows it, she's
part of the B&E.
Yeah. Yeah, so there they are. They're trying to...
Mary, how did you do this? Goddamn.
They're trying to... They eventually get their hands on the doctor and his missus when they come home, and they try to attempt to scare the combination out of them. It's not really going the way they planned, though, and everything goes pear-shaped.
A B&E is a breaking and entering bill.
How do you not know this? You're taking the piss. You are taking the piss.
I love that, man. You went B&E, baking and eating.
I knew you were taking the piss.
That's like Wednesdays or Thursdays, or it used to be Wednesdays or Thursdays in this house, because Pam used to go baking and then I'd go eating. We used to be a good B&E combo team.
Yep. Anyway, the doctor's reticence to hand over the code to the safe pushes Gaz a bit, and he pushes Nathan into trying to do stuff, and then Nathan refuses, and then everything goes sideways, and we realize that the doctor knows exactly who's in his house because they're not the best disguises that they're using.
Yeah, and they've all been going to him for fucking 50 million years. Like, since they got a shot in their arse for the fucking flu back in Dickety 06, they've been fucking going to the doctor.
Which means that all of a sudden the
I'd say he could have told them their names, but the way they coughed, he's been fucking viewing them for so long.
Which means that he's able to turn the table slightly in a bit of psychological warfare. Which is kind of cool, really, to be honest, because he's all cool and... Well, he's not overly cool and calm. He's about as cool and calm as a person possibly could be when his wife is being threatened with...
I'll put it to you this way. He's cool and calm enough that while all of the crazy shit is going on, his level of calm during it will very easily lead you to believe that, oh, shit's not going to go well for these lads at all. He's being way too calm. Verging on friendly would be the word.
Once things are kind of tipped in his favour, it becomes a very friendly matter, which is disconcerting to say the least. You know, once again, this is a film that's only after coming out, so we don't want to get too much into the details, but needless to say, the owners of this home are not entirely what they appear, and the situation is not exactly what anyone thinks it is.
Terry, you silly fat bastard.
Oh, you silly fat bastard.
You silly fat bastard.
And once again, much like in Don't Breathe, we get a story that on the surface is one thing, and slowly but surely unfolds to be something completely different, even from what you think it's going to be, based on the fact that...
It's 3 fantastic movies where you get to watch people who think they're predators go into a situation where suddenly they're like, oh, fuck, I'm the prey.
With the wrong animal.
Yep. Oh, so I'm only a predator as long as I know my place in the food chain. I see what's happened here. But I'm already getting my leg eaten off by somebody's fucking dog.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Who I thought I was higher up in the food chain then, but evidently I was fucking wrong.
Very wrong.
Yeah.
Very, very wrong. The Owners is...
In Lord of Brooklyn, dog eat you.
The Owners is, quite honestly, a very slick film. It's very easy to get into, very easy to watch, partially because of the fact that it is set in an English countryside, I think, which means that the kind of Yabo characters are more easy to believe. You know, they figure this is an easy mark.
There's a certain level of eccentricity that's quite common.
Yeah.
Until the eccentricities develop a little bit higher, and you're like, ah.
But even in regards, the Huggins, the Dr. Huggins and his wife, he basically says that she has dementia, and there are things that he does to try and keep her centered, to keep her in reality, which at one point you're thinking leads to him being like, shows how he's crazy, and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, he's actually not. He's doing this deliberately to help his wife. Okay, we can accept this behavior, which once again, false sense of security. And it's great. You know, you think these eccentricities are because he's doing these things.
I love the wife.
Yeah.
Because unlike your normal character where it's kind of like, oh, she seems normal, and then the dementia kicks in and it's like, uh-oh. She's like, oh, I'm so ha 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 with the dementia. And then when she has those moments of clarity, it's like, oh my God, that woman's evil.
Am I evil?
She needs to be punished now. Now. Oh, Lord. Okay. Calm down there, Betsy. Jesus Christ. All right.
This film...
Let me get the tear gas.
This is actually apparently... I was going to say, this is actually apparently an adaptation of a graphic novel called Un Nuit de Pleine Lune,
which is loosely translated as The Owners.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
I don't do French.
One night...
Sure,
I failed French.
Yeah. Me, French, fail.
That's impossible.
Je suis impossible.
Oui.
Epic fail. I was kind of like, how much actual French can I get into this? Not a lot. I don't even know it's impossible.
I'm pretty sure the reason that at one point my vice principal hated me is because I failed her French class for 3 years in a row.
Yeah, this is why I did German.
That and the fact that I had long hair.
I don't know
and
why you
wore
do
hoodies.
German. French is the much easier language to learn.
No, it's not.
Is it? Is it?
Although it is
German with
actually,
its verbs and nouns that work the same as English.
To be fair, French would be easier to learn, what with it having a Latin base as well. German does not have a Latin base.
German. Good. French.
Bad. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, I was actually trying to think of how to say bad in French. I felt that too.
I'm pretty sure I can speak more Japanese than I can either of those languages, and I can speak fuck all Japanese.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, The Owners, like we said, is a fun thrill ride and is available on Amazon and a few other places to rent. It'll be available to buy Blu-ray from Amazon, I think from October, but at the moment it's been out since 4th of September. So, we shot right in there. I knew it was the new release. I knew I was good. But yeah, so anyone that's interested, you can rent it from Amazon for, I think it's like $5 or $6 and whatever that translates into.
Or you can purchase it for $19.99, whatever that works out as euros. I just do the card.
Oh, is that available to? I knew the Blu-ray.
You can digital download.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw the rent thing. Kind of.
Yeah, you can rent and digital download, where you own the copy.
Okay. Well, and it's going to be physically available on Blu-ray and I think DVD from October. I want to say October 20th. Yeah, but definitely fun.
Oh, good. Okay, we're going to hit the trailer for this, and then we're going to be back to say our goodbyes, and we'll say our goodbyes. So, catch you in a moment.
Where are you? Tell me what's going on!
A doctor? Nice big house like this. There is a ton of cash. We wait till they get back. They give us what we want.
Richard?
I want to get out of here, Nathan.
I'm doing this for you, me, the baby.
This won't get you anywhere but prison.
Nathan, don't do this.
Give me the combination.
Richard, no. We have to get him to the hospital.
The hospital is 30 miles away. I seriously doubt you could survive the journey. Oh, goodness. You don't look at all well. Please sit here and wait for the ambulance to arrive. Oh, we really must fumigate this place again soon. We're plagued by vermin. Every sort of pest.
We have to get out.
Don't worry. Everything will be fine.
I've told you 1,000 times. Shoes off at the door! She needs to be punished. She'll ruin everything.
Very well. If that's what you want.
Where are you? Tell me what's going on!
Just a few minutes more, and then a lovely long sleep.
Yep. And yep.
That pretty much sums everything up, all right. Like I said, this is just, it's a fun film to watch. It's easy to get into. It's just decently paced. Really good acting because they sell the three lads sell the whole hopeless moron bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, the kind of the hard nut or the big dick or whatever you want to call him out of them, he's crazy enough to keep you interested at the initial spurt of the movie. And then you get the nice, creeping, uncomfortable feeling you get off the Hugginses that keeps you gripped through the rest of the movie. And then as more little kinks of the storyline begin to unfurl, you're like, what
the frack is going on?
Terry, you silly bastard. Anyway, that's literally all three movies. Go get them. If you haven't seen The People Under the Stairs, what have you been doing with your life?
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
And admittedly, you might have been like me and not looked up Don't Breathe when you had the opportunity.
What have you been doing with your life? You've literally had
I've
4
been
years
reading.
to watch this movie. What?
Reading.
Cool. So you would have got the movie done way quicker. Moving on. Anyway, coming up this week on the rest of the coming up next week on the rest of the GoreCast Tuesday, we have the first part of Buzz and Carter's 2-part special, as they cover It Chapter 1 and consequently It Chapter 2 the following week, because that's how they did the movie and the TV show
in 2 parts.
In 2 parts, and because it'll be a 4-hour podcast,
Gods,
which we're not unknown for doing.
Please, not again.
Thursday, due to technical difficulties last week, being technically Buzz couldn't make it, we are going to have a most excellent time with all of you, as we are going to be reviewing, in honor of the new Bill and Ted movie coming out, all 3 Bill and Teds. That's woohoo! That's 6. No, that's that's 8 Bill and Teds, 2, 4 Android Bill and Teds.
Okay.
4 princesses. No, 6, 8 princesses. 2 daughters. And
1
station.
1 day.
1 day. And technically 2 stations until they come to 1 station.
Okay.
Because at one point in the movie, there's 4.
Seen the
There's 2 Bill and Ted. No, I'm talking about the first movie.
Oh, okay.
At one point during the first movie, there's 2 Bill and Teds and 2 princesses, because they're all standing in one timeline together at one stage, albeit for several seconds.
That is very true.
But canonically, that's how many Bill and Teds and princesses you see, and 2 daughters. One of them, Samara Weaving, and it's amazing. She won't lie to you. She can't do wrong. In my eyes, that woman has been. Well, like, we had Ready or Not, we had Mayhem. We had Guns Akimbo. So good. We have this. What was the other? There was another one she was in.
The Babysitter?
Yeah, that was alright.
I haven't seen it yet. There's a sequel to that coming out.
Yeah, I'd be okay. Like, it was alright, as in, I was entertained. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
It wasn't mind blowing. She was very good in it, though. I'm also not sure, was that her?
It was.
Definitely? Okay. Anyway, that's it. Next Sunday, I don't know what we're doing yet.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. And as per usual, on Twitch, I'll be actually back to the gaming streams this week, so I'll be Dark Souls Zing on Friday and Warzoning on Wednesdays. And we might do Call of Cthulhu, because upon reflection of playing the first 2 hours of it with Giz, it's not the greatest game for streaming.
It's a good game, it's just...
It's not a good streaming game. It's mostly a lot of listening to myself and Giz read things out.
Yeah, it's pretty much an interactive movie.
Yes. With little over interactive movie. But yeah.
Really good game.
Really good
Really
game.
good.
Yeah. Really good game.
Really good.
Really good game. Anyway, that's it from myself and Giz. We'll catch you all during the week when we're going to be talking about some other sort of mad horror. Oh no, wait, actually, we're not. Next time they see us during the week,
we'll be having an excellent time.
Excellent time. Yeah, okay. We'll catch you during the week where we'll be having the most excellent time, and then presumably we'll be back talking about some horror on Sunday.
Probably.
You don't know with us, to be honest. It's mad over here at the GoreCast. Anyway, we'll catch you all later. Toodles.